Bunbury's old timber jetty. It was begun in 1864 with convict labor and gradually extended over the years. It was finally closed in 1982 after the construction of Bunbury's inner harbour. In spite of strenuous efforts to preserve the old jetty, it's been falling steadily into repair, and much of it has collapsed. The origins of the jetty date back to a rapidly expanding agricultural and resource-based trade, beginning with timber and the development of timber mills, which led to a railway to Bunbury and to the port in 1891 and again in 1893. Coal and wheat were also transported by rail to the new port. During the late 1800s, the port was well serviced by sailing vessels, but following 1900, sailing vessels were replaced by prop-driven vessels. The change in development and shipping vessels are clearly apparent in the black and white photographs of the harbour stored in the Historical Museum. It's interesting to note the continuous growth of Bunbury Port along with the development of shipping. Bunbury today is the second largest city in Western Australia with a population over 50,000 people. Bags of wheat in burlap bags await shipment from the port. Today, most wheat is handled in bulk. It's sad that in spite of strenuous efforts to raise funds to preserve the old jetty is falling into total disrepair. It's impossible even to walk on it today. Thanks for joining me on this brief historical tour about the Bunbury jetty. Have a good day. A look at the modern Bunbury Harbour. The Bunbury Lighthouse still guides ships into the harbour safely, avoiding the treacherous coastline. There's substantial ocean traffic into Bunbury Harbour. 13 million tons of cargo in the last year. The harbour is serviced by both highways and the government railway. An aerial view of the harbour shows both the inner and the outer harbour, and the old government wharf extending towards the sea. There are substantial recreational activities in the harbour, including a large yacht club and frequent sailboats. The harbour, however, is primarily industrially oriented, with the large woodchip industry, wheat exporting industry, and mineral sands industry. These silos are for shipping wheat, I believe. Freight trains bring both wheat and bauxite to the harbour. These old wheat silos are no longer used. The port of Busselton was in competition with Bunbury until it shut in 1972. Titanium mineral sands are mined locally and shipped out. The Bunbury Power Station, the old and the modern. The harbour today is undergoing substantial development with a multi-million-dollar plan for expansion. It will include a component to expand tourism with the lovely sand beaches.